everyone and welcome back. As the winter chill sets in, there is nothing better than a cozying up with some delicious comfort food. I'm talking about some of my favorite winter special recipes that I love to make during the winter season, and it is loved by my family members. From rich and indulgent dessert to savory treat, these recipes are guaranteed to make your winter little brighter and lot tastier. So, I'm starting off with one of our favorite moong dal halwa. Moong dal halwa is one of the most popular Indian dessert, particularly enjoyed during the winter month. For this, we need to take some yellow moong dal and I will gently wash it and allow it to dry for some time. Once it get dried up, then I will dry roast them so that whatever moisture is there inside the moong dal is all gone. This halwa is full of nutritional benefits and have lots of warming properties that is very good during the winter season. Once I have dry roast them, I'll take them out in another pan and in the same kadai I will be adding little bit amount of ghee. Once the ghee get heat up, I would be adding some of my favorite dry fruits and I would fry them up till the time it turned golden brown. On the other hand, when my moong dal get cooled down, I will transfer this in a grinding jar and grind it to make a coarse powder. Make sure it should not be too coarse. Just the powder should have little grainy. And then keep it aside and it will be used to make the halwa. On the other hand, we will be making a sugar syrup. For that, I have taken one big bowl of sugar and I have taken 1 liter of water. To this, I would be adding some saffron strain and allow it to boil. घी के बगैर मूंग दाल में क्या मज़ा है. I have taken little bit amount of ghee in the same pan and I have added some suji to it and same quantity of besan. That is, I have taken 1 big spoon of suji and 1 big spoon of besan and I will mix it up properly and then I would be adding my moong dal to this. Once the moong dal get properly cooked and started changing its color to brown, then slowly and gradually I would be adding my sugar syrup to it. I will keep on stirring it till the time it does not leave the pan. See कितना आसान होता है मूंग दाल हलवा बनाना. This moong dal halwa is the blend of flavors and textures with the creamy consistency of the cooked dal and the sweetness of sugar, making it a delightful winter treat. Do try out and let me know how did you like it. During the winter season, we all love to have different types of parathas as this is the season of green vegetable. Enjoying this jowar stuffed paratha is a special treat during the winter season as everyone has their own ways of making it and has their own preferences when it comes to making a stuffed paratha. When I make this paratha during the breakfast time, I love to add lots of vegetable and especially those vegetables which are not being liked by my family members or they hesitate to have it otherwise. To make this jowar paratha, I have taken some amount of methi leaves and I have taken some grated carrot. I am making a 2 different dough. In one dough, I would be adding some onion as me and my husband we both like to have some onion in our paratha. But in the another dough, I would not be adding some onion because my son don't like to have those onion. To this, I would be adding some amount of garlic cloves and with the help of a garlic crusher, I will crush it properly. When I crush it properly, the flavor and the taste get enhanced to the paratha and it tastes absolutely yum. You can add whatever vegetables you would like to add to the stuffed paratha as per your preferences and choices. To make a dough, I have taken 1 cup of jowar and 1 cup of wheat. When we add wheat to it, it give a very good binding and it allow the paratha to be cooked very nicely and properly. I will also add some sesame seed to have those crunchy bites to it. Along with that, I will add some amount of ajwain. I will also add some of the Indian spices like jeera, coriander powder, Kashmiri lal mirch, kasturi methi, and also add salt as per our taste. To this, I have also added some amount of cheese to it so that the paratha turn out to be more soft and it enhance the taste as well as the flavor. Slowly and gradually, I will combine everything together with the help of a water. I will not add that much of water, else it will not get properly bind up. Once it gets properly bind up, I will be adding little bit amount of oil and allow it to rest for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Many people face difficulty when it comes to make a jowar paratha with the help of a rolling pin. Some make use of a parchment paper or some make use of lot of dry flour to give it a good shape and then put it on the pan. But whenever I make it, I often face the same difficulty. Then I make use of the method that I have learned from my mother. I keep a water with me and I take a dough that I could easily make it on the tawa. With the help of a water, I will combine entire dough together, and once the pan is completely hot and oiled up, I then place a dough on the pan, give it a shape of a paratha and allow it to cook, and slowly and gradually I grease it up with the oil. I always prefer to make these type of paratha in this way as this is the way that I have been learning it since childhood from my mother. This is one of the easiest and the fastest way to enjoy your favorite paratha in a very simple and in a delicious form. Whenever I make this paratha for my son, he always liked it.
Paratha. Butter dena mummy.
Ignoring the fact the vegetables that are there inside it and he don't eat them up, he always liked the flavor and a big smile on his face gave me a big satisfaction. पाव भाजी हम किसी भी सीजन में खा सकते हैं बट जो असली मज़ा विंटर्स में है ना यू कैन बीट इट अप. You get such a good amount of vegetables during the winter season that you have to make this pav bhaji at home. I'm a big fan of pav bhaji. When it comes to have pav bhaji at Haldiram, that is one stop which I always love to have and I always wanted to have. I have tried so many ways of making pav bhaji, but finally ये वाला hit कर गया and I always make this way. I have seen so many recipes on YouTube channel combining one step or the other from somewhere or the other. I finally came out with my version of making a pav bhaji and this is absolutely amazing and fast. You take whatever vegetables you like to have. Don't forget to add beetroot as well as some peas to it. I have taken some carrots, some beetroot, some peas and along with that I have added some spices. Don't forget to add your pav bhaji masala which is the main ingredient while giving it a boil. On the other hand, I have already blanched some of my cauliflowers. I will be sharing the exact measurements of all these recipes in the comment box. You can also reach out to me on the individual window on the comment box and check if you have any doubt while making any of these recipes. I have taken some red tomatoes and I am chopping them up in small cubes. सबसे ज़्यादा टाइम पाव भाजी में ओनली चॉपिंग में जाता है. Once you have done the chopping of entire vegetables, it does not take more than 20 minutes to prepare the entire pav bhaji. I love to add lots of garlic to it. You can also skip this step if you don't add garlic to your meals. I have sliced these garlic into small pieces and I will keep them aside. Potato is one of the another main ingredient to this recipe. I have taken some boiled potato. I will peel them up and mash it up and keep it ready. I will also finely chop some coriander leaves as it enhances the taste. In a grinding jar, I have taken my soaked red chili, garlic, and some coriander, and then finely grind it up and keep it ready. This red chili paste gave a very good color to our pav bhaji and also gave a very good flavor to the pav bhaji. We do not need to add any kind of artificial color to our pav bhaji. This is the healthier version of pav bhaji. After keeping all the things ready, now it's time for me to prepare it. In a kadai, I have taken some butter as this is the main ingredient to make a pav bhaji. I had one shimla mirch with me, so I have taken that as well. Now when the butter get melts, I will add little bit amount of olive oil so that the butter does not get burned. To that I have added some hing, jeera, all my vegetables like my capsicum, my tomatoes, my onion, and I would allow it to cook till the time that does not become slightly soft. On the other hand, my vegetables are also cooked and are ready to be mixed together. Slowly and gradually my vegetables are getting softer and I've also added little bit amount of salt to it. Once it gets slightly softer, I will first add my cauliflower, blanched cauliflower to it, mash it up and allow it to cook for 2 minutes, and then I will be adding my boiled vegetables to it. Don't throw away the water of these vegetables as we will be using these as well. Slowly and gradually, with the help of a potato masher, you start mashing it up, and then you also add the potatoes. As you can see, the consistency had become slightly on a thicker side. At this point, I would be adding my dry chili paste, coriander, my pav bhaji masala, my jeera powder, my coriander powder, some hot water to this, and keep on mashing it. Just keep this one thing in mind: while making a pav bhaji, you need a vessel which is flat and which is very easy and help you to mash everything together. Now, in this cast iron tawa, I have added little bit amount of butter and slowly and gradually I would be adding this vegetable, and with the help of a masher, I will keep on mashing it and add the vegetable stock along with it. As you can see, the vegetables are starting getting mashed properly. To mash the entire batch, it hardly takes 15 minutes for me to mash it. As you can see, the entire bhaji is ready. Everything got properly mashed up. I've taken the entire batch back to the vessel and allow it to cook with the help of a butter. Adding little bit amount of salt, as you all know that I always add salt in the end, and my Kashmiri Lal Mirch paste so that it get a very good color. Now I would be keeping all my pav with the help of this red chili paste. This red chili paste is a magic to this pav bhaji recipe as it gives a pav bhaji to a next level. Once it is properly cooked on both the sides, now it's time to serve and enjoy this delicious pav bhaji. I always prefer to make pav bhaji on a weekend so that I can enjoy each and every bite of it. And especially when I am enjoying those amazing recipes with my partner who is also a foodie and who love to have food and relish the food that we make at home. Being a Punjabi, winters में कांजी ना बने ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता. I have been drinking this kanji since childhood when my mom used to make it, and every time she used to make it, and after 2 or 3 days I was the first one to catch lot of coughing and all. But at the end I realized the benefits of having this kanji at home. Now after marriage, every year I make this kanji. I have already made one lot of kanji with the help of a beetroot and red gajar, but today while coming back I saw this black gajar as well, so I wanted to make this version as well. I have chopped these carrot and I would be adding to my jar, and to this I would be adding lots of water. I have added some crushed mustard seeds and I would be adding some salt. You can also add Kashmiri Lal Mirch powder if you like that mirchi tangy flavor. I like to have this way, so I am adding this only. It will take 1 week to get fermented. अब गाजर आई थी और साथ में अचार ना बने, ऐसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता. You won't believe this गाजर का अचार is the 5th time that I am making it ever since the winter started this year. Once I have cut all the carrot, I have added some mustard seed, crushed mustard seeds. You can also add some turmeric powder if you would like to have. Mix everything together. Take a glass container, add the entire carrot to these and allow some space so that you can easily mix it up, and then keep it under the sun for at least 3 to 4 days. Every time you go out, you just need to shuffle it up, and after 4 to 5 days it is ready to be eaten. Trust me, try this pickle, you will thank me later. In winters, my son loved to have hot chocolate. But this time I wanted to give him a healthy version of hot chocolate. Whether you give him chocolate in any form, he loved to have it. But winters में अगर hot chocolate नहीं दिया तो फिर क्या फ़ायदा? So to make a healthy version, I have taken a 1 cup of ragi and I have dry roasted. To that, I have added 2 to 3 spoon of cocoa powder. This is unsweetened cocoa powder. Mix everything well, and then slowly and gradually I added milk to it and brought to a consistency that I actually required. I have also added some date puree to it to get some extra sweetness. To enhance the flavor, I have added some crushed and good quality of chocolate. Once everything is mixed, it is ready to be served. You won't believe he didn't even realize that this hot chocolate is made up of ragi. He enjoyed this hot chocolate for 2 days since I made a little bit amount of extra batch and keep it in a fridge so that he can have it once I'm in the office and he wanted to have it himself.
Thank you.
पूरे दिन के बाद एक स्माइल तो बनती थी. I was very happy to see a big smile on his face and I enjoyed the hot chocolate with him. That's all from my end. I hope you enjoyed making this amazing winter recipes with me. Do try out and let me know which one is your favorite. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and do share it with your friends and families. Till then, take care.